Good morning, guys. I had said that I wasn't going to leave anything on there but memes, but I've been had like different things on my mind. And collective, you know that the people that are on the same vibration and wavelength that I'm on or whatever, you're just in a space of balance, but you could have a new love, which could be, or it could be another lesson because you haven't fully learned your lessons or whatever. God is testing, you're being tested with this new person that's coming in to see if you will pass or fail the test. If you learn the lessons to not like open up as quickly or dive right into a situation that's toxic, if you're paying attention to the red flags. Now, for some of you guys, this person could be a good person for you. I'm not going to say good, but, fair person for you. This is your person. You've went through all these karmic cycles, and the people before were the catalyst. So, but for some of you, like I say, you didn't learn the lesson. You didn't learn your lessons from these other people. This is another catalyst or whatever to help you get to the place that you're supposed to be on in this journey, to move you forward. And it's up to you whether you will heal or you will learn something major from this person. This could be your past life person, your soulmate, even your twin flame. I don't know. You guys will be able to detect which is what when it comes to this person that's coming in. Now, again, everyone is stating or whatever, like your old person is coming back or whatever, and you have to be able to discern whether to deal with this person or not, because when you left this person was reckless. This person left you for someone that was just as them, that was reckless in having sex, manipulation, deception, and so forth and on above. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about, you got to be careful, because these narcissists out here, men or women, they are connecting and using other karmic people as themselves, to get their narcissistic supply from cold-hearted sex. Both of these people are cold-hearted. Their hearts are shut off. They're not realizing or whatever, sex could be just sex. It's not going to fulfill their emptiness of hurts and pains. It's just going to bring about more emptiness. And you got people that they're like that or whatever. That's why they've been out here reckless with sex, having sex with people they don't know, catching STDs and so forth. And you got to be careful in this period of time, because you got these sex vamps that are sexaholic vamps that are out here on the prowl, and they don't care about anything or no one else but themselves and what they can get. And for the moment, they feel that it's giving them something, but they're starting to realize that the sex, if this was a past person, they're starting to realize that the sex you had and the sex that they're getting is a quite bit different. And here's the thing. When you're empty, when you feel low about yourself, when you don't have no self-worth, when you're just lonely, codependent, and you use sex to fulfill that, it's not giving you or fulfillment. It's bringing about more emptiness. And what these people have been doing is using cold-hearted, shut-off sex that never fulfill them. And so they're going from one person to another person, and they could be in a supposedly connection with karmic people that they've made a commitment with, but they're still not fulfilled because they can't find that feeling that you have, that was warm, that was full of love, that was caring, giving, that was real, genuine love or whatever for them, that fulfilled them. It was a feeling that they cannot find. That's the thing. You can even go into partnerships and commitments and different things claiming that you love a person, all to find out that it was lust the whole time. You were drawn to another person, your own social sites, trying to make it seem as if, you're happy, you finally found the one and all of that, and it's just all an act or whatever. They even go on, these narcissistic people that are, haven't healed, they even go on to act as though I waited all this time or whatever, and I'm successful, I'm having money, and which money haven't even fulfilled them either. They're still lonely, cold-hearted people that got to be in connections from one connection to the other. And from a time period, it's been over a time period, could have been for years, that they've been, I'll get with this person. They commit to this person. They move in with this person. They go into a partnership. They're with this person for 5 years, have a child and everything, and all to realize that that's not their person. That's not what they're looking for, because they aren't healed. They aren't healed. They're going from, it could have been over a time period of years that they've went from this person to that, and it could have been spread it out throughout the years, you say, for 20, 30, 40, however long and however old they are. It could even been young people, and they're just on their road path of it, but they've been narcissistic from a child up to 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, where, they're on to their on to success and being an entrepreneur and so forth, but they've always been this person to feel entitled, but on the inside really feeling low because of things that have occurred and happened to them. Could have been bullied, could have been talked about in school, lived in poverty, could have been rich, but parents never being at home, parents working all the time to where they had to have a sitter, that things happen with them. Or they went to relatives' house and things happened. They could have been talked about, never paid any attention, considered as the ugly duckling or whatever. Like, you have to discern between the two. Just because you got money and you got everything don't mean that you are healed and you know how to love unconditionally. It doesn't mean that you have people like that up on pedestals and they praise people not knowing that this person could be a whole ass celebrity and not really love themselves. Their fans is their narcissistic supply or whatever. And they could be over here putting on a show and they're at war with you and in a game, playing games with you of trying to make you feel low because they know that you love yourself. They know you're called. They know that you're chosen. They know that you have something that they don't. They have to do things from the outer surface plane to fulfill themselves when you are spiritually filled, and they don't have that. And they haven't had it, and they'll never have it, because all of their work been from an outer surface plane, and they could have been narcissistic people that was stealing, lying, cheating, being deceptive, hating on other people, stomping on other people to get to where they, to get to success. Guys, you got to look at this thing from a spiritual plane and see these people for who they really are. Now, some people are, but I'm starting to look at, and I'm starting to thank God or whatever that maybe that I was the one that was over here that things had occurred that happened to me or whatever, and I could have been thinking, oh, over here being married for 17 years, having kids at a young age and all of that, and time have passed me by, and basically me thinking that I did something with my life, I did nothing to really fulfill myself with success and doing the things that I wanted to do. No, God started telling me, no, your life is just beginning. God does things for a reason or whatever, and for why his reason was for you to may have been working, being a mother, having to attend to your children, having a child at a young age or whatever. Now you're in your early 40s or mid 40s and you still have time. You're not 65 years old yet. You still got to go out into the world and make something of yourself and do things that you want to do in life. And maybe you're still youthful. You still have a lot of energy in all of this. You got people now that's in their early 40s, 38 years old, 39, 40, or whatever. When their child get 20, they're going to be 60. Or if they're going to be 68, 70 years old when their child if they're 38, 48, they're going to be, the next 20 years, 58 and all of that. And their child is going to be, they're going to be up in age. They're going to be older people. And, older people having children, 60, 70 years old with a child that's 10, 12, 18. Like, you have to look at the flip side of it and not feel so bad or whatever. And then when it comes to, I don't know why people seem to think younger people, they may look youthful. They may not have the wrinkles. They may be, can go and get a body and, lustfully turn heads or whatever. But what about their heart when it's shut off and cold and they haven't been taught and learned to love themselves, and they're just another empty vessel that's attracting other empty people? that look at the outer surface. You have to think about those things or whatever. They're just another empty person that's attracting other empty people or whatever that's not loving themselves, and it's all for the outer surface plane. Who wants to keep getting empty people that's full of hurt and pains, that worry about the outer surface plane, that's not attracting love, that's going to be longevity, that really love you genuinely, that love you unconditionally? Who wants to deal with empty people like that? You have to think. And they're so big on the, oh, she's older and I don't give a damn what your age is. Old or young, you don't move me. You don't make me decide of who I feel I am and I'm not, or whatever. Or look at you and base your looks off of what I feel that I should look like. No, you should have your own. You should have your own umph. No one else should be able to give you that. You should have your own way of thinking, your own look. You should have your own. You shouldn't be looking at other young or old women or whatever and wishing that you were them. That's sick. That's sickening. You should love yourself for who you are and have your own style, your own get up, your own way of moving about and feeling about and thinking about and doing about. Another person shouldn't move you because of how young or old they are or what they're doing or how they're doing it. Because God have his reasons for everything, and everyone's not going to be the same, but just know that you're special in your own kind of way. You have to be unique. You have to stand from amongst the crowd. Okay? Guys, you can't do this. That's what's wrong with the world, and it's full of emptiness. That's why people aren't able to genuinely come together in partnerships and love one another for who they are, because it's based off of too much of sex and all these sins that are around us that we're committing that are awful, that's hurting people more, and they're already hurt, lost people. You guys better wake up. You better wake up and stop looking at these people. It's good to learn from other people, but if it's about anything that's of darkness and that's on a low vibration, you don't need to be picking it up and learning it and pulling it into your space in your realm and toting it around as though it's something that you need to be carrying, because you shouldn't be picking that up from these people. Lust, sin, sex, bodies, copping bodies of tits and boobs and ass, and looking at people from the outer surface plane and not truly loving them, that person for who they really are at heart, is getting people in trouble. It's too much ugliness out here to be picking these people up from their outer surface plane. You're attracting another, and what I'm getting is this person is attracting more and more cold-hearted, narcissistic supply from these empty, lost people. That's all these people are attracting, and they have a chain of it that have went throughout a period of time of different relationships that they're skipping over. Maybe, date this person for a year, have a child by them. Oh, I'm in love or whatever. And they're trying to make you feel some type of way. And you got to read between the lines of, oh, I didn't start having kids till I got 50. Oh, I didn't start having a child till I turned 40. I've been successful. I've been making money. I'm rich and you're broke. But they're broken people. They never fulfill themselves on the inner surface. They're not spiritually filled. They're empty. They do things from the outer surface plane. They use sex, their bodies, their looks, their money to fulfill themselves for all these years. All to realize that they're empty, never really love themselves. They get their supply from their fans because they praise them as though they're God or whatever. And they from that they want more. They have to have more and more and more. And some of the fans that they have now isn't enough. They're still trying to pick up fans because they need that to give them an ego high boost of making them feel like they're standing or sitting on the throne or standing tall and high and mighty above everyone else. And oh, look at me. I'm the best. I'm the winner. And they're empty people. They don't even love themselves. They don't truthfully love themselves because through a period of time, they have also wasted time attracting empty, lost people to give them their narcissistic supply, never really receiving unconditional love, never really being loved truthfully, and not loving themselves truthfully. They don't know how to give unconditional love or love themselves truthfully because they never had it. It went from them being a young age right into their career, doing a lot of things and having money and can do whatever they want, tampering in darkness and messing around with evil things and picking up evil things. Because you have to think about it. When you have money, you basically can do anything or you could get anything, most likely. And when with it being that easy for you to get anything and do anything, it could be a tragic mess of leading you on a road path of destruction for yourself. And a lot of these people have picked up things that, here in a little bit, when they get exposed and this and that and the other, it's going to destroy them because they never wanted these things to get out. Like, it's really dark. Money and all of that, success and all of that, and their career have took them to some deep, dark, ugly places that once it come out into the light, it could be something that destroy their character, destroy who they are as a person, or they could be secretly on drugs, have been doing these drugs for years, and can't even cope because they were the person that went inside that room on their own and have slept with a whole bunch of, did threesomes, did all kinds of things that could tarnish their who they are as a person. You have to think like it's going to always be a cause and an effect for everything we do, which is consequences for our actions. I have consequences for my actions, even. You know, I've went off on the wrong road path too. No one's perfect. But you don't put as much emphasis on these people that you're seeing, that people are praising and that are rich, because they are empty, lost people that have been and they got deep, dark secrets that aren't going to be so pretty when they do come out or whatever. So, guys, I'm telling you, you got to watch out for some of these people are on the hunt to try to get that feeling. If you had sex with this person in the past, they're messing around with all these people trying to get the same feeling that they got with you that they'll never get, because they're just attracting cold-hearted, empty people. And these narcissists use sex as that's their supply. They could be committed in a commitment with the Karmic and still be looking for sexual desires. They have sexual desires that not being met, that they're going to no ends to try to fulfill this crave that they're not getting in none of these people. And they're doing some deep, dark, nasty things, like sexually, that still, and they're getting right up. You lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas, feeling like poop, and getting and picking up things of fleas, STDs, and emptiness and loneliness, and still codependency, because they're looking to fulfill that through sex. And they're realizing that they're starting to get up feeling even more worse. You got to watch it. And this stuff could be over a time period. I'm telling you guys, it could be anywhere from 1 to 20 years that these people have been doing this, and it's not helping. So, y'all just be leery of that and understand what you're here to do, and understand to not get caught up in these traps with these people because of their insecurities. God bless, and you guys have a blessed day.